Hello, friends. Today we saw in the film Teamwork that how, upon understanding the importance of teamwork, all the children completed their tasks with the required efficiency, thoroughness, and timeline. In a similar manner, in our country, Subhas Chandra Bose, Jamshedji Tata, and Dhirubhai Ambani, such great personalities, have demonstrated to us the unique examples of teamwork. And today, I shall share about one of these team leaders, a patriot Subhash Chandra Bose's inspiring story. When people synchronize and tune in with one another's thoughts towards a singular direction and work, then that road leads them towards the success. And in all this, the one most important factor that inspires all the people to work with one another. And that is the common goal, which means everyone has the same goal. Then, no matter what the goal is, be it prosperity of the nation or making the country self-reliant by opening the largest company, or to fight the enemies with the courage for the independence of the country and make an army. So our story begins from the year 1897, a city in the state of Orissa called Cuttack, when the family of a renowned advocate of Cuttack was blessed with his ninth child. The baby boy was lovingly named Subhash by his parents. As Subhash was from a very well-to-do family of Cuttack, that is why his primary education was completed at Cuttack's Ravenshaw Collegiate School. After this, for his higher education, Subhash was sent to Calcutta's Presidency College and Scottish Church College. Subhash was so utterly popular amongst his co-students in college that he was made the representative of his class. One day, Subhash Chandra Bose was studying in his college library, and he got to know that one of his British professors had pushed some of his classmates in a fit of anger over a trivial matter. This was strongly detested by Subhash, and he quickly walked into the principal's office. And he told the principal that the professor should apologize to the students for his unfair behavior. However, when the principal also refused to accept this plan of action, then under the leadership of Subhash, all the students on the campus went on a strike. This news spread through the whole city like fire, and many people even supported Subhash's fair action. But then too, the principal of the college got Subhash and his fellow college mates blacklisted in the college. Post this incident, the impression Subhash had of the British started to fade away. That is when Subhash decided that he will join the Bengal regiment to serve his nation. But due to Subhash's poor eyesight, he was declared unfit in the examination. However, Subhash's father wanted him to be an IAS officer. That is why his father enrolled him in the Cambridge University, England, to prepare for the Indian civil services and sent him off. However, at that time, due to the British rule, it was almost next to impossible for us Indians to get selected in the civil services. But Subhash, with his sheer hard work, cleared the civil services examination by securing the fourth position. If Subhash wanted, he could have served in the civil services and led a life of comfort and ease. But he chose a totally different path. And the reason was the increasing political activities of the British in our country. In our country, the British interference had heightened to such a great extent that rather than being in the civil services and a slave to the unfair British rulers, chose to serve our motherland India. Thus he started working as a passionate revolutionary of India. By the virtue of Subhash Chandra Bose's popularity, he was appointed as the President of All India National Congress in 1938. But his ideologies were not compatible with Gandhian principles. That is why he himself resigned from the post. On one hand, world witnessed the Second World War. Subhash strongly believed that independence could be achieved by joining hands with the enemies of the British, because an enemy of an enemy could be your friend. That is why the British government considered Subhas Chandra Bose as its greatest enemy, and they arrested him on charges of treason and sent him to Presidency Jail in Calcutta. Subhas Chandra Bose wanted to get out of jail at any cost. Being jailed in Calcutta, Subhash had understood this rather very well, that to fight the Britishers, he needed a better team to achieve his goal. And in order to make this team, it was important for him to be out of jail. That is why Subhash protested his arrest in jail and began a hunger strike in jail. After seeing Subhash's physical weakness, the English governor started panicking. To save the British government from being accused of being the cause of Subhash's death in jail, the governor released Subhas Chandra Bose on the condition that he shall be arrested as soon as his health gets improved. But who knew that after this, it wouldn't only be difficult but impossible to arrest Subhas Chandra Bose. Although Subhash was kept under custody in his own house, an eye was kept on every person who was in contact with him. Each of his written letters was opened and read in the post office. The British soldiers in civil clothes were posted outside his home at all times. But despite of such strict surveillance of the Britishers, Subhash successfully escaped from his home because he had to build an army for the freedom of his motherland, the Azad Hind Fauj. It is said that Subhas Chandra was such a master of disguise that even his own family would fail to recognize him. And this is how Subhash traveled through various countries by somehow hiding and disguising reached Burma. And here was led the foundation of the largest team for the freedom fighting movement. Subhash Chandra started adding such patriotic people in his team who had the same goal and mission as Subhash to attain freedom for India. This army was trained just like a soldier's team to fight with weapons and also carry out guerrilla warfare. It is said that Subhas Chandra Bose's Azad Hind Fauj had created such terror, panic and nervousness that to be extra cautious and careful, the Britishers started visualizing Subhash's face in every individual. On one hand, the Britishers were unable to handle the acute pressure of the Second World War. In addition, Hitler's bombs had shook the entire British land. And on the other hand, Azad Hind Fauj created havoc in India and didn't let them be in peace. In such times, the Britishers prioritized to save their motherland over everything else. And they were compelled to withdraw their soldiers from India to gain stability, because it had become very difficult for the British to fight two wars at the same time. So friends, did you see how Subhas Chandra Bose led the strategy of systematic teamwork at the right time, defeated the Britishers and forced them to immediately leave India? I hope that you shall also execute your work by adopting the spirit of teamwork, because teamwork makes the task easy and very systematic. So continue to engage in teamwork and enable our home, society and motherland to make them better for all of us. Thank you.